Hello and welcome. This is the newsroom at the top of the hour. I am Folashade Ogurinde. The PDP Board of Trustees Chairman Walid Jibrin has resigned as Chairman of the People's Democratic Party PDP Board of Trustees. Jibrin announced his resignation at a meeting of the PDP BOT at the opposition party's National Secretariat in Abuja. The resignation comes amid agitation for more southern leaders to be reflected in the party's hierarchy ahead of the 2023 general elections and as a condition for supporting the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar by some southern chieftains of the party. Jibrin was a few months left in his tenure, had complained about the lopsidedness in the party's hierarchy following the emergence of Atiku Abubakar as a fellow Northerner as presidential candidate. The Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, has urged Nigerians to pay more attention to local elections in their domain during next year's general and successive elections in Nigeria. He said rather than put all focus on the central elections and who becomes the next president, it is important that Nigerians divert their attention to elections in their local government areas, local council development areas, State House of Assembly, and that of federal lawmakers. Gunmen suspected to be armed robbers have reportedly killed 5 persons, including 3 policemen, and kidnapped another in Enugu State. The 2 other persons were reported to be civilians. The State Police Command said the officers were on night patrol when they were gunned down. Daniel Ndukwe, the command spokesperson, said the incident occurred at about 10:15 p.m. on Wednesday. The United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund in South Africa has announced that deaths linked to COVID-19 have left nearly 150,000 children orphaned. However, the number reaches 207,400 when including children who have lost their primary or secondary caregivers such as a grandparent. According to the statement released by UNICEF South Africa, the tragic figures reiterate the importance of a holistic and child-centered response to the broad-ranging impact of COVID-19 on children, particularly to protect and support children. In business, Nigeria recorded a total of 12.84 trillion naira foreign trade in the second quarter of 2022, according to a recent report released by the National Bureau of Statistics. A 32.2% increase was recorded compared to the corresponding period of 2021. However, when compared to the first quarter of 2022, it decreased marginally by 1.2%. Specifically, Nigeria earned 7.41 trillion naira from exports in the period under review, compared to 5.02 trillion naira recorded in the corresponding period of 2021, which indicates a 47.5% year-on-year increase. The United States of America has approved nearly $2.7 billion in new aid for Ukraine and allies, including $675 million in weapons for Ukraine as it battles Russia. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin announced the arms package at a meeting with fellow ministers at the U.S. Air Base in Ramstein, Germany. Meanwhile, the Biden administration has disclosed that it had earmarked $2 billion in long-term assistance in the form of investments to bolster the security of Ukraine and 18 of its neighbors, including both NATO members and non-members at risk of future Russian aggression. Graham Potter is set to become Chelsea's new manager after agreeing to a deal in principle to leave Brighton. The 47-year-old and Blues co-owner held lengthy talks on Wednesday night and has verbally agreed to take the role. Potter's press conference on Thursday ahead of Brighton's game this week has been cancelled. Instead, it will be at the training ground to say his final goodbyes to players and staff before travelling to London to sign a long-term contract. And that's it from the newsroom. Many thanks for watching. I am Folashade Ogurinde. Bye for now.